past 3 years as a renter, it kind of felt like I was throwing a lot of money away. I think why it was important for us to kind of, buy a home right now, and the consistent advice I got from people was to try to own a home as early as we can.
Buying a home is a big investment and in a relationship, and so being able to find a home together felt like the natural next step. And so this is very meaningful for us because it's a pretty big milestone, and it's very exciting to celebrate it together.
Hi, my name is Julie Lai from Partner Real Estate, and I had a wonderful pleasure of working with Kelvin and Rea. So I met them through Zillow, and as a Zillow Premier agent, I'm able to help them to get access to off-market homes. So this particular home we found is a new construction out into the preserve in Chino. And the beauty of this is this is an off-market. So I was able to get them a brand new home, comes with solar, with upgrades. I was able to help them reduce the price by $40,000. And on top of that, they also were able to get $25,000 in incentive credits.
As first-time home buyers, we went into this not really knowing anything about the process. I think something to expect working with Julie is that know that she is there for you every step of the way. She's going to take the time to explain everything to you, and she's going to take initiative during the conversations. I think there was a lot of moments during the process where we were unsure what the next step was, what were some of the terms being thrown out, and we never felt intimidated to ask those questions. We knew we can kind of reach out to Julie, and she would provide explanations for us.
So even though there is a sales rep at KB Homes, as their buyer's agent, I made sure that I walk them through this every single way, okay? As far as the lending part of it, as far as doing a home inspection, as far as just picking out upgrades for them.
You're not just buying a new phone or a new shirt. It's a milestone in life, and so it's important to be able to have someone that you can feel like you can ask all the questions. And even though there's a lot of pressure with timeline, when we were buying a house, there's a lot of things that you have to consider. This process was very fluid, and it didn't feel rushed. We didn't feel like we were being thrown or persuaded to do something that we weren't ready for. She always asked us if this is exactly what you want, make sure we had all the information that we needed to make the right choices. It was very much a relationship built upon trust and professionalism. We felt very much cared for throughout the whole process.
So Kelvin and Rea, their dream was to own a brand new home. I found them exactly what they wanted. We actually went to several different areas to kind of check out the area, and they found this particular home and they really fell in love with it. What they were looking for was a place where they could walk their dogs. There was a sports center that's across the street from them, and this would be perfect for them to hang out. And they're also close to friends and family too, so the distance with their loved ones was also very important.
Yeah, so I think initially when we started our search, one thing we knew, our first criteria was we wanted to have a yard, kind of. We have a dog, and so our goal has been to kind of give our dog a yard to kind of run around and play with.
So when we walked in, it was almost like an instant love at first sight, if you would say. And then it was a cherry on top that I had all of our other criteria. But it was really a feeling of, wow, everything kind of falls into place. And you really don't know unless you go through the process. And we looked at a lot of different houses. And ones that I thought would fit our criteria turned out was not the best.
Yeah, I think what kind of led up to that point was we were seeing a lot of places that built upwards, maybe had 3 stories. It didn't feel as open as this one did. And I think everything leading up to it, led to us opening the door for the first time, seeing the openness of the living room leading into the kitchen, seeing a side yard, detached unit. And I think, having a nice view, location-wise, I think it worked out for us as well. And then even kind of the living situation, I work from home, and so something that we were talking about was, having a separate room for an office, compared to our master bedroom, and having 2 separated floors where we can host and entertain guests downstairs and a living space upstairs. So, I think all that kind of fell into place that led up to us finding this place. We knew if we messaged Julie that we would get a response and we would get the answers that we needed kind of immediately. And there was no doubt in our minds that, whenever we needed information, Julie was going to be accessible for us and provide us with that information. So that made the process so much smoother and took a lot of pressure off of us because we knew that she was going to be reliable.
Yeah, and I think there was a lot of flexibility for her to match our schedule. She knew that we work and we have certain hours that we couldn't respond or couldn't attend to things, and so she was very flexible with meeting our schedule and understanding our situation of when we could communicate and when we can go out and look at homes.
So Rea and Kelvin, I really appreciated working with you, and I hope you enjoy your new home and your new chapter in life, and congratulations.